one treasures of astrology look inside. And you guys, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. What's up, I'm going to officially apologize right now to everybody. Everybody and anybody who can hear me. I'm going to officially give you my official apology. And the reason for that is, well, I've been away. I've been away, okay? I've been away. I've been away mentally. I've been away psychologically. I've been away spiritually. I've been away. So I'm realizing that. And, okay, I'm going to tell you how I really knew it. I went to record something on my podcast and realized my last podcast was September 26th. September 26th! September! That was my last actual recorded podcast. Like, I've added things that I've done and put it on there. And I've actually done professional podcasts with people, and they're waiting for me to upload these things. I've not uploaded them. Let me change the song for a moment. Let's just get a different vibe in here for a moment. But yeah, I've not done anything. And I realized I haven't done anything for a while. I thought it was just a week, 2 weeks. Like look, let me tell you how bad it is. I'm somewhat trending over on TikTok, right? I've got a couple of videos over 50K views and almost at 10K followers now. And I've got approved for everything. I got approved for the affiliate. I got approved for the TikTok store. I got approved to be a creator. I got approved to have a series. I got approved to do everything. They're just like, do it. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Do your thing. And I'm watching Netflix. And I got things scheduled on Netflix. Like, what is wrong with me? Now, I look, as an astrologer, I kind of know what it is. And I'm going to say this to all Capricorns out there. If you are a Capricorn, you've got Capricorn rising in particular, you may be feeling this. Now, also, if you've got Aries or Aries rising, because look, I've got Capricorn. Wait a minute, is it Aries? Let me make sure. No, not Aries. What Aries? It's Leo, right? Yeah, because then Sag would be in your 5th house right now, and you don't want to do anything. Right. And here in Seattle, I've got Sagittarius rising, and in Eastern astrology, I have Sagittarius rising, and they made me a Sagittarius. Why? I don't know. But I don't want to do that. Like, I'm just waiting for Capricorn season, because basically all of this is in my 12th house. And when I realized that when things are floating around in your 12th house, you just don't want to do nothing. And since Sagittarius is my rising in Seattle, then all of November was my 12th house here. And I didn't do nothing. And it was the end of October, right? So really, I missed from the end of October to now, I ain't did nothing. And I think this Mercury retrograde is making me realize, girl, you ain't did nothing. Okay? You might have done something, but it ain't really nothing. It didn't lead to any money or anything like that. Now, from the viewpoint that I might have gotten some more followers or people know who I am more than before. And I don't even know if that's true, because in the midst of all of this, when I got accepted to have a shop, I've got another business called Perceptive Guidance, which I'm really going to start promoting Perceptive Guidance, because I've been certified as a life coach. I'm a certified spiritual life coach, also a certified a meditation and a facilitator and all of that type of thing. And I'm also a certified abundance and manifestation coach, life coach. So I need to, embrace all of the other things that I am certified to do. And so I have perceptiveguidance.com. And if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It actually leads to a community that I created for people who want to come and talk about things like that. So anyway, I wanted to mention this because I have this suspicion that other people have been in this place, wherever this place is. This is especially true if you're someone on Ozempic, because I am on Ozempic. Girl, can y'all see how much weight I lost? Can y'all see how much weight girlfriend lost? I'm just saying, I lost close to 70 pounds now, and I just want to let everybody see my body so you see that I'm hot and like I've lost the weight. Like, I just wanted to do something like that. Anyway, you guys, and I think that might have something to do with the fact that I've not been as ambitious too, because Ozempic kind of makes you just a wee bit under the weather. You just feel just a wee bit sick, just not ill per se. Although I can say that when I first got on Ozempic, I did call the ambulance and the paramedics did rush me to the hospital. And I have heard that many, and I'm not saying a little, I'm saying many people who go on Ozempic end up in the hospital. Only because whatever that illness is, it's unnatural. Like you feel it right away. Like, what is this? What's going on? Oh my God. Now, once I realized I wasn't dying, it wasn't cancer or whatever. And now I've kind of gotten adjusted to that illness of not being able to eat, but so much, because I don't know what the gastric bypass is like. God bless all of you who did that. But I'm telling you, this was something, I can only eat so much. And then it just makes me grossed out. I got food sitting over there now, and I don't think I'll eat it. I might eat it. I don't know. What did I eat today? I had some cranberry juice. I was trying to see what I ate. I had some cranberry juice. Because it's 5:30. It's 5:30 at night. And I didn't do it. Hold on. I'm trying to find another song for us to listen to. I didn't, it's that. That's, So I'm assuming that other people who are on Ozempic are having these issues where they're just not feeling at their best, Now, one of the things I can say that I do like, I've got more energy. So every once in a while, the energy will hit me. It'll hit me hard. I'll get up and I'll dance like I'm 17 again. And I'm like, what? And then, but as far as the appetite, it comes and goes. And then there's this fear. There's this weird fear. And then I'm going to stop talking about it because I'm not talking about astrology at all. But there's this weird fear that you're going to eat too much, because if you eat even just a little bit too much, the stomach pains are so overwhelming. I don't even, it's so over the top. It's like right now, just thinking about it made me not want to eat. It made my stomach hurt. But the good thing is I actually have faith that I'm going to get into the size 12s and 14s that have been hanging in my closet forever. And I think my daughter even threw in some 10 she didn't want, but I have not been able to even go near those bags of clothes for like 5 years because I gained so much weight back. And this feels like a miracle. And so I guess if I got to be perfectly honest, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I've just been too self-centered to be helping other people. I have thought about it and I'm like, should I just say that out loud? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to say it. I've been concentrating on saving my life. I mean, I had gotten back over 300 pounds again. Who wants to admit to something like that? I needed to lose this weight. I won't be happy until I'm under 200 pounds for good. And, that's a huge admission. I've not admitted that to anywhere, but it was. I mean, now that I'm almost back under 200, I can say it, but it just hurts that I gained that much weight. And it's easy to do, isn't it? But as somebody who used to be 500 plus pounds, because I'll never know how big I was. I'll never know. I just know that they had weighed me and I was like 498. And I had gained so much over that. I probably could have been on my 600-pound body or whatever. I probably could have been on that show. But I've been at this for, 9 years? 1 year? So it's time, it's time for me to actually get to goal, or at least get under 160. Or I want to get under 165. That's my goal. I'll take 160. But anyway, everyone's got their thing, right? Everyone's got their something. I mean, I'm 60. I'll be 61, you guys. 61. So don't yell at me for only wanting to get down to 160, 165. I don't think when you're 61 years old, you need to be any less than that, because you just don't really. You need that padding. What if I fall? I don't want to break a hip. I said that to one of my friends. Like, if I fall at 61, I want to have some padding there. I don't want to break a hip or something like that. I need my coccyx bone. I need my hips. I need my knees. Just give me just a little bit of padding so nothing really breaks down if I fall. And that I got a little surplus just in case there's a drought or something like. There's always that thought, because I grew up poor. Like, I'm sure that's where most of the obesity comes from, is from being poor. I read that years ago. I think Marianne Williamson had talked about that obesity, a lot of it. That's poverty. A lot of people, obesity is either for protection. Usually it's protection. And a lot of times when you see someone who's obese, they've been usually sexually molested. A lot of people don't talk about that, but it's true. They've been sexually molested. And because of that, they use the weight as a form of protection. It makes them feel bigger, more stronger, right? Definitely bigger than their counterparts. They're not realizing that it sometimes makes them a target. But, as a kid, you don't realize that. And so a lot of these people are walking around and people are making fun of them. They're already in protective mode. We've got to be a lot more gracious to people when we see them. And the funny thing is, as I was growing up, I realized that I was one of those people who was picked on a lot because she was fat. And it's so funny. I hope you're not doing this to your kids. And I'm going to just say this out loud. So if you're a parent or growing up around other children, please do not pick on their weight. That is not going to help them. You're going to put them in therapy for the next 30 to 40 years. Do not do that. That's just cruel. That's just mean. Stop it. You know what you can do? Why don't you be the one freaking grown-up that treats that kid like they're freaking special, like they're a princess, like they've got a future, like they're beautiful. Change that kid's life. Give them hope. Give them belief. Give them faith in themselves. Treat them kindly. Let them know they don't have to use, say, weight as a protection, but that they're good enough. They are enough. Stop going around telling people they are not enough. I am tired of it. Not just with little chunky fat children and grown-up fat people like myself. I'm almost normal now, so I can take that away. But I grew up as a fat person. You know what I mean? That 200, 300, 400, 500-pound person that people look at me, point at me, stare at me, make jokes at me. I even was spit at. Like, come on. When you come out of something like that, you're not going to be normal. My daughter was like, Mommy, I think you got body dysmorphia. And I'm like, you think? Maybe. Somebody who is 500 pounds or more, and they suddenly are like normal people. Of course, I got body. My fear is not looking like what I look like. I'm so proud to look like what I look like. I had to work hard. It's taken me 9 years. And so I have it. I know I've got body dysmorphia. I know I catch myself eating less than 200 or 300 calories some days. I have to force myself to go get like potatoes or something. Because I know I've got that. I was horribly abused as an overweight child. Horribly. I was raped and molested. Like, I had it all. It wasn't just like, I wasn't even in a foster home. The foster kid tried to rape me there. Like, I had to run for my life at 10 years old to my grandmother's house. So I had a crazy life, and I'm sure there are other people out there who had it too. I know I'm not alone. That's the way the world is. There's crazy things going on out there, and there's people who are really, I feel like, fighting for their life every day, whether that's to feel like they fit in and be normal. Because my goal is not to be perfect. My goal is just to fit in, just to slide in under the radar, so nobody stopped to make fun of me. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Just not to be made fun of when I showed up in the room. And the craziest thing happened, and I'm sure other people have lost weight, probably have noticed stuff like this, but they found other things to make fun of. I'm still not good enough. I still don't look good enough, not perfect enough, not pretty enough, not young enough. Face not good enough. Something wrong with your eyes. What's wrong with your mouth? I don't know. They're gonna find something. They told me I look like Michael Jackson, all that kind of stuff. There's always something. Do you understand? My nose too small, my nose too big, my lips too small, I don't know. This is the world. People, excuse my expression, I'm probably going to get in trouble for it, but people suck. Inherently. There are many people who just naturally suck. It's probably their horoscope, but I haven't checked. I mean, I think some people just do. People really do. They're really bad. I mean, they don't have the conscience that it takes to be a decent person. They don't know. It's not even in their chart. So where are they going to get it from? If they didn't get it from, say, an outside source like a parent or a family member, and getting that from, because some people don't even got that in their horoscope. It's just not there. I can look at it and tell this person ain't got no kind of soul happening right now. They do anything. Now, I saw that with my ex-husband's chart, and I overlooked it. How stupid and married to fool anyway. Why am I saying I saw it? You probably want to know. First, he had Gemini rising. I mean, that person didn't know who they were. They already were confused, because Gemini rising leads to confusion, honey. My daughter's got Gemini rising, and that child, she had confusion. Everybody I know with got Gemini rising has some form of confusion, because there's two people up in there. There's two personas. There's duplicity. There's duality. So that's already something when you see that. But then there was just this huge stellium. Like, I've got one planet in the 12th house, my sun, which is actually good when it's in the 12th house. It's not so much, it's not so bad. But this person had multiple, like the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Like, it was crazy. So that's saying that person is completely and totally hidden. And what they're showing to your face isn't real, because it's duplicity. Like, all that Taurus up in the 12th, and then that Gemini rising, that is not a real person. I don't know what that person's going through in real life and how their life is. I'm completely estranged from them. And I don't know if they come to grips with that type of duplicity or duality that lives within them. But that's inside. And the funny thing is, when you're with somebody who has that kind of, I just call it uneasiness. I don't know what you call that, but you can feel that when you're with them. So the whole time I was unstable in that relationship. It's called unstable. And so some people may experience things like that. Like, you're dealing with somebody maybe who is duplicitous. Be a lot of duplicity. I'm going to talk about that only because I'm looking at where the planets are. And of course, this is Astrology, a look inside. So I should be talking about what right now? What should I be talking about? You're right. I should be talking about astrology. So let's talk about where the planets are. Let's see. Let me see. I'll change the music one more time, because I've got so much music, you guys. I even have a way. If anybody wants to know how I got all this sharp music, just let me know, because I love it. Anyway, let's talk about where the planets are. First of all, the reason I brought up the duplicity, and I thought about my daughter right away, is because the sun is at 28 degrees of Sagittarius. 28 degrees of Sagittarius just happens to be on her Uranus in the 6th house. So it's crazy. But anyway, it also is opposing Gemini. And I was just talking about Gemini. There's no planet in Gemini. So there's nothing to offset anything going on in Sagittarius right now. So the sun has been in Sagittarius for almost a month because we're just about in Capricorn season, like 1 degree away, 1 degree and 6 minutes away from Capricorn season. I'm so excited about that. But right now, we still technically have the sun in Sagittarius, and we have Mars in Sagittarius. Both of these are action oriented. So the action is Sagittarius. What I don't want to see is people going out and talking like they are the end all, like they've got all the information and then finding out that they were wrong later, because that could happen. Yeah, how embarrassing. So, you want to maybe avoid something like that. Now, one of the things I see that's really kind of weird to me, a couple of things going on weird. Okay, first of all, at this moment, the moon is at 15 degrees of Aries, but Chiron is at 15 degrees of Aries. So weird that I would come and make this video, although I'm not doing it live, I'm just recording it, but I'm actually out here when the moon is sitting in my progressed first house with Chiron. And what have I been talking about for the first 20 minutes? All my pains, right? I've literally sat up here and tortured you guys with 20 minutes of my pains. So that, I just thought I would share that because I thought that was so weird, because, it's weird to come out publicly and start talking about stuff I was just talking about. No shame whatsoever, just talking about it. And it's because, I've got Chiron and the moon all sitting in my first house right now, making me talk about whatever that emotional pain or hidden pain or the wound that never heals. And that was probably about me being molested or raped, as a younger person. That's a kind of wound that never heals. Some wounds never heal. And like I said, if you're an adult and you say something cruel to a young child, you are giving them a wound that never heals. Did you hear me? If you're an adult, and I don't care if you're aunt, uncle, cousin, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, if you're an adult and you tell a child there's something wrong with them, you make fun of them, you belittle them, you treat them less than others, that child is going to grow up and remember that. You destabilize that child. Do you understand? So I'm sorry if I spent so much time on this in my roundabout way, but this is my open wound. I mean, it is. Never feeling good enough, pretty enough, smart enough. Just feeling the enough, whatever that is. Skinny enough, I don't know. Because there's always someone else that gets it before you, because you're never enough. Please stop telling children they're not enough. They're going to remember that. Then they got to go and get therapy. I'm serious. I am not kidding. If you're an adult, can you remember something cruel that a grown-up said to you when you were little? I bet you can. Those are the kind of scars that stay. They stay even more than the mean things the kids say. And kids they can say some mean things. But when a grown-up says it, oh my gosh, it's devastating. It's devastating. So please, people, please be aware of the pain and the trauma that you're leaving behind. Because we as adults, we have a lot of responsibility for these little ones. If we want them to grow up normal or decent, we got to be normal and decent with them. Anyway, I had to share that. Now, the other thing, other than the moon and Chiron on top of each other, bringing out all the pains, because everybody's got their own pain. I'm sure this conversation then hit up a lot of Me Too's out there. And I'm so sorry if that happened, but there's a lot of Me Too's out there. The other thing I noticed was Mercury. Mercury is at 2 degrees of Capricorn. It is retrograde. Mercury is retrograde right now, and Jupiter is retrograde right now, and Uranus is retrograde right now. But the thing that's getting me is that this Mercury is exactly sextile Saturn, exactly right now. And Saturn's at 2 degrees of Pisces, and it just went direct this month. So, this is amazing that we've got this Mercury-Saturn sextile. Mercury's retrograded back to 2 degrees of Capricorn, and it's perfectly sextile today. So maybe I was meant to come and talk about this deep hidden thing, right? This deep hidden pain. Saturn is the things that we restrict, right? And it's in Pisces, and that's so 12th house. And it just happens to be that this Mercury is in my natal 12th house. So I went right into my deepest wound, my deepest pains, and came out. And maybe by doing that, I might have hopefully helped someone else to connect to their deepest wound and their deepest pains. Some of these things we hide. Some people never come to grips with the pains, the things that they've been through. We hide them for life, some of us. This is too much. It's too much to bear. So I just felt like I wanted to just spend time on that because the moon's on Chiron, and I'm sure other people are feeling this pain. Chiron's retrograde, by the way. And so I'm sure people are feeling it. It is happening. Now, another thing that I just saw a moment ago, we've got several planets at 19 degrees. And, it's funny, 19 degrees, it breaks down to a 1. Again, it's self-oriented. It's about talking about yourself. It's about something self-oriented, okay? It's a 1. There might be a Leo involved, maybe an Aries involved. The moon's in Aries, and Chiron's in Aries. But look, it's about something to do with the self. And I came out here and started talking about myself. Venus is at 19 degrees of Scorpio, and Mars is at 19 degrees of Sagittarius. But we have Uranus at 19 degrees of Uranus, which tells me that Venus and Uranus are exactly opposed right now. Yeah. We got Venus opposing Uranus right now. And the funny thing about this Venus opposing this Uranus is that Uranus is in Taurus, right? But Taurus is the natural ruler of Venus. So Venus is opposing its own sign of Taurus. So it might feel weird for some people. They might not feel pretty today. Or you might shock yourself and be extremely beautiful today. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but just know that Venus and that Uranus are exactly opposed to each other right this minute. Yeah. That opposition is happening. Now, the funny thing is, I feel like I've lost weight, more so over the last few weeks, and it might be because Venus is opposed Taurus, because like I said, it's opposing its home. Taurus and Venus tend to lead to weight gain. So maybe with Venus opposing it, it might be shutting or short-tailing that weight gain a little bit for some people. Also, I think Saturn, for myself anyway, it went back into my second house, and it's no longer in my first house. I was dealing with Saturn in my first house, and so I gotta be careful because I don't want to gain back weight, because when Saturn goes into your first house, man, you will lose so much weight. I lost, like I said, almost 70 pounds while Saturn went back into my first house. It's crazy. It's amazing, right? But that Saturn retrograde will do it, but we're out of that now. And so I would be careful if I were you, just to make sure you don't gain back or gain any weight if that's something that is a concern of yours, because that's a concern of mine. Also, Neptune is technically squaring the sun. Why? Because Neptune's at 24 degrees of Pisces and the sun is at 28 degrees of Sag. The sun gets a 10-degree orb, so I'm going to give that. And, that means it's actually uh, 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 or squaring Neptune. And the funny thing is, anytime something is squaring Neptune, it's creating activity with it. So, Neptune is it doesn't see very clearly. It's creative, okay? It's creative. But I have Neptune on a midheaven, and I can tell you, like, I started this out, like, I don't know what I've been doing. I've been sleeping a lot. And I feel like that could be how this might manifest, a lot of sleeping, maybe. But you might not be able to see things clearly. And with the sun in Sagittarius, some people might have been trying to get into some type of intellectual debate about this or that. And it's just not the right time for it. It's just not. Okay. And so I would avoid that altogether with Neptune squaring the sun in Sagittarius, because you might feel like you're right, but something tells me you might not be right. I don't know if anybody's exactly right at this time. Let's let the sun move on out of Sagittarius and get into Capricorn, and then we'll come back and revisit this, because Mercury is retrograding, and Mercury and the sun are about to conjunct in Capricorn in just like tomorrow, maybe. I think tomorrow night, like around midnight, we're going to have the Mercury and Sun conjunction in Capricorn. And so I really feel like, first of all, when Mercury's in Capricorn, it is really thinking about ways to make money and to do something with business. And always, Capricorn cannot help itself. It will go into how to be successful. It just does. And even if it's not monetarily successful, it could be something crazy like what happened with my TikTok and suddenly getting a couple of videos going to 50K or more. So, just know that anytime we're dealing with Capricorn, that we're dealing with social status, social activity, what people see, your reputation, what's sitting at the top where everyone can see it, what's so obvious. It also can roll your career and like I said, your rep, because everyone sees it. So they're going to, have opinions on whatever they think they see there. So that could be something as well. Other than that, I think I mentioned that we've got Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and it's direct. Okay, Pluto is direct, so it is going to go into Aquarius again soon, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be a while. And other than that, I'm out of here. I just said everything I need to say about the planets, where they are. I mean, the North Node's at 22 degrees of Aries, more of that Aries vibe. And of course, I just feel like whenever we're dealing with Aries, it's about being brave, it's about having courage, and it's definitely about yourself. It's about you, it's about your personality, your face, what you look like, having confidence in that, having confidence in your physical self, and issues of that nature. And I think this is going to be something that affects a lot of people, not just say me, but many people who have this and are subconscious or self-conscious about their physical appearance. I'm going to hit the refresh button because, yeah, we're not quite at Capricorn yet, but we're almost at Capricorn, and I'm so excited about it. Anyway, let me do this. I've been on here running my mouth for 33 minutes, and I'm going to try to do something for you, those who are listening to me, because you have been kind enough to listen. So thank you. So I will pull some type of card. I don't know. It's not going to be anything special. I'm just going to pull one or two cards for the signs, just so you know that I wanted to give you something because it's Christmas. I'm not giving a whole bunch of 10 spreads or nothing. I'm just going to take what cards come out, and we're going to see. I think this is just going to be like, what cards do we have? Let me see if I can find a new song. Let me see what's this. Okay. The first person I'm going to do is the sign of Sag, because it's technically still in Sagittarius, right? So let's see what cards come out for Sagittarius. I got 3 cards for Sagittarius. I'm going to see if anything else comes out, because if I get more, I'll take more. But, oh, that. Oh my God. I said I wasn't going to do 10 sprints, didn't I? I'm so nosy. I just wanted to at least get to 6. Let me just see, because it is still Saggy season. I just wanted to get to where the current is at 7. I think I got it. I think that's all it wants me to get it. It's not trying to give you anymore. This card wants to come out. Okay. Okay. So now I got your message. Look, your first card was the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. And I like that you got that. I like that you got the Ace of Pentacles. It tells me right away this is all about money, Sag. And the ace being the ace, I mean, that's big money, okay? You could actually make money, Sagittarius. You got the Queen of Cups there. I think when you lose your emotion, when you are emotional, when you're compassionate, I think that's going to help you to make money. You got the Two of Swords. I think you might not be able to see it right now. You may not have a clue what direction to go in to make the money. But I do believe it's coming. And you have the Eight of Swords as well, which tells me that you just got to make a plan. You got to make a plan, then get on that plan. Stick to that plan and don't divert from that plan. You got the Devil after that. Yeah, don't divert from that plan. You might feel like you get pulled away from the plan, right? You might feel like something comes along and it's more important than what you started. Or you might tell yourself it's not going to work. You know, lies, deception, deceit. But this is saying no, stick to it. Yeah, King of Swords next. Yeah, gather your information. Get all the details you can. Stick on the plan and gather that information. It ends on the Six of Swords. Yeah, you'll be moving away from what you're dealing with now. And on the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords. You know, there might even be a couple involved here. And if it is, it's going to be like a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius. You might just be dealing with someone like that. Or you might just be gathering up information so that you can have this amazing plan that might lead you to success after maybe a period of not having success. So good luck, Sagittarius. I hope that whatever message that just came out made sense to you and that you take advantage of it in some way. If that resonated with you, then use that message to your benefit, okay? So I'm going to do Capricorn. I'm going to see what cards come out for Capricorn, how many cards come out for Capricorn, because whatever they are, I can't believe that, and I'm so upset that happened, but that was not a mistake. You know, there's nothing that's a mistake. I'm hurt because I am a Capricorn, and I'm hurt that happened, but that's what happened. Oh, Capricorn. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, my poor sweet Capricorn. There's always something with Cappy, right? I picked an extra card because it's almost Capricorn season, and I just wanted to see what the answer would be to get you out of whatever this is that I see, and I see something I ain't happy about, so we're going to talk about it, and I'm not happy about it when we talk about it. So as I go to talk about this, as you can tell, I'm not happy. But your first card, Capricorn, was the Queen of Pentacles, and it was reversed. So it's financial stress. And what bothered me about it is that we are the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn, right? That the Pentacles is us. So, you know, when that's backwards, that we're backwards, basically. It says financial stress. It's being self-absorbed. Haven't I been just sitting up here being self-absorbed? Smothering others, helicopter parroting. I probably am doing that. I love my kid. Overindulgence, work home imbalances, yes, and materialism. So this self-made queen reminds you to step into abundance by shifting any shadows you're holding around wealth and security. And I have shadows around wealth and security. Didn't I say something about not making money earlier? So your finances are to level up your money game. You have to give yourself permission to rise. If it's going to happen, you got to give yourself permission to do it. You got to believe you can do it. That's the first thing. But this is a positive message. It's about having happiness and getting what you want on an earthly level, and it ushers in a life that's well lived in the material world. But you've got to connect and find your calm and your healing and your rooted power and harness the abundance that's already available to you. It's about getting grounded and shower others with warm blessings from a charitable heart. Um, family, loyalty, stuff like that. So it might be that you're not doing that, right? You're not being as charitable. You're not giving from your heart as much. You guys, uh, bad. And probably for what I'm about to say, because I don't feel good. So I don't know how much more of these I can do because I'm not feeling good. Anyway, it was crossed by a Queen of Swords. And you might have to cut something off, Capricorn, but it may just be that you need more information before you can make a decision about anything. There's a Knight of Cups, so I feel like you've got an offer coming in. It might even be an offer of love, but I think it's about doing something creatively because you got the Page of Swords right after that. Again, I'm sensing information. And the Six of Cups, you might are remembering back to when you were able to make money and you were on top of your game and you had the information and it was all working together. And maybe you need to think back on that or what didn't work, because I see the Tower next. You might be thinking about when it didn't work, the Tower. Thinking about when it all fell apart. Remembering that and being fearful of trying again because there's this fear that it's all going to fall apart again. So this could be. There's also the Six of Swords right after that. And so, yeah, it's definitely memories. But you look, because you're surrounded by those two sixes, but you're moving away from you in that anymore. Capricorn, oh no, what you went through, and it sounds like it was horrible. But you're not there anymore. You're not in that anymore. You don't have to go through the pain and keep reliving the pain of that over and over again. Not anymore. You can let that go now. And you have it has the Page of Wands. I love that. That's telling me what your creativity, use your creativity. The Eight of Swords is on the bottom of the deck too, so you can't see it. You feel like you're trapped, but you're not. Use your creativity. Yeah, that creative power of yours, Capricorn, is going to get you what you need. And stop thinking back about when you failed. You're not there anymore. That's over. You're not back at that point anymore. You're not in the middle of that failure anymore. One of the things you might do, because I saw the two queens here, is just to reach out to other women. Some other women might help you through whatever this is you're going through, okay? Because I feel like you're in the midst of it, like you're still going through it, like you're still in it, and you're not. That's memory. That's you remembering going through it, but you're not. You don't have to deal with that anymore, Capricorn. Let that go. It's time to move forward into something positive anyway. Aren't you ready for it? Let's see what we're going to tell Aquarius. Like I said, I've got enough energy, I think, for Aquarius. But man, I'm having some of those tummy pains I was talking about earlier. And if it gets bad, I'm going to end this early and maybe not get to all the signs. I just want to warn you guys ahead of time so you don't get all upset. Now, if I end this particular episode without doing all the signs, I promise I will come back and do the rest. Yeah, I'll make sure I get them all done. But I might have to take a short break because my tummy is like, forget you and the horse you drove in on. I don't got time for you or your mess anymore. Sometimes the stomach will talk, right? It's upset, will let you know. A bunch of cards came out. It's too many. I'm sorry. I just can't take 7 cards when I've got 4 already on the table, right? I'm not doing that. Aries, Aquarius, you would want a bunch of cards. Aquarius is that person. Okay, I've got a bunch. Aquarius, I was seeing these cards come out, and I'm thinking, what is going on with Aquarius? Just as bad as Capricorn was a minute ago, Aquarius is as good. Aquarius, you started with the Emperor, so I know right away this is about you being a boss. This is about you taking leadership and being a leader and doing things as a leader. And it's crossed by the Page of Cups. So maybe it's about, making offers. It's about being compassionate. It's about making telephone calls. It's about believing and having faith, because the Page of Cups is when the pigs fly card. So you might be feeling like, yeah, right, I'm the boss. I'm this leader when pigs fly. But no, it's true. You got the Knight of Pentacles after this. This could even lead to money. You could walk into money, and right after the Knight of Pentacles is the Chariot. You are going to win. You're going to be successful. And you got the King of Wands right after that. Oh my goodness. The Emperor and the King of Wands. You could be dealing with an Aries, Aquarius. But look, I feel like whatever this is about you being the leader, you being the boss. And it ends on the Six of Wands. All that fire, all that power, all that leadership, all that success. On the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords, maybe cutting off something. I think that's just gathering information so you can have all the success. So congratulations. I mean, I sense a lot of success here with the Six of Wands and the Chariot and the Emperor. That's beautiful. I think you've got something really beautiful coming your way. Aquarius, prepare for it. Prepare for when pigs fly, because they could just fly for you, okay? You could have something miraculous on its way to you, okay? So expect it, believe it, hope for it, pray for it, wish for it, dream for it, and wait for it to come in, because I think it really wants to come into you, okay? So let's see. I'm going to pull one more. Let's do Pisces. Let's see if I got enough to do Pisces and for Aries. Let's see if I do. Let's see what I get for Pisces. Okay. Pisces. These cards going to come out for Pisces. Let's see if I got, yep. Let's see if I can get one more. Yeah. So Pisces, you're another one. I don't know if you are Pisces with Aries, or Aquarius overlay, but you started with a Seven of Cups. So I know Pisces, you got choices, right? Pisces with the Seven of Cups, I hope you make the choice, because sometimes Pisces can get like overwhelmed with having to make the choice. There's a Four of Pentacles. This could have something to do with you holding on to what you have. It might have something to do with making a choice that has to do with money, but you might be afraid to make the choice because you're not sure you've got the money to make the choice. And so you feel like you've got to hold on to what you have and not spend that money on it. Either way, just figure it out, because you got the Two of Swords, which tells me you can't really see. You don't really know. You've got to make that decision and make a choice. But the Ace of Wands is right after that. And the Ace of Wands is like the end all. That's like total success and creativity. That's being so successful. That is ultimate, complete success. So if once you know, go with what you know. And the King of Wands is right after it. This is so much success. You could be a leader. You could have success. Victory is yours. But I don't think you believe it, Pisces. Here's a Five of Cups. Here you are in the cups. Drinking, whining, feeling down, feeling mediocre. You might just have to heal yourself because you don't see yourself as the boss. But this ends on an Emperor, which tells me you can be the boss. You can be a leader. You can get that Ace of Swords. You can be that King of Wands. You can be this. You just have to see this. You have to believe this for yourself. Like, no one can believe it for you. No one can do it for you. You got to do it. On the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. And in that, Pisces, yeah, you can be this queen, Pisces. But you've got to believe that. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you are worthy of being this and getting this and achieving this. and see yourself doing this and achieving this and being this. I think once you do that, good things are going to come into you. I really believe that. So let's see what we're going to tell the sign of Aries. Let's see what we're going to tell Aries. I'm just going, like I said, until my energy is like, forget you. I don't got enough energy to do this. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing a little something, okay? So let's see what we're going to tell the wonderful sign of Aries. Fire sign Aries. That card looked like it wanted to come out, but it didn't. Aries. 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 Okay, Aries. What's going on, Aries? Aries. Okay. Aries. Aries just has to be different. Aries is like, I'm going to be different. I'm going to pull out my own cards and do my own thing. Let's see. Aries, come on now. Taking all night. That's about my energy level. What? See, I like poppers. Otherwise, I would just stretch these. But I don't like that. I want the cards to talk to me and to tell me what it is they want to tell me. I haven't played with my cards in a while, so they're not talking to me as well as they normally are. Oh, that popped out. Okay, it's got a message here. Let me, oh, there's something else. There we go, Aries. Let's see what else is coming. Show me. I just believe in poppers. You know, not everyone does. Some people just like the traditional spread it, you know, lay it out and spread it. Like, but I just like it. Okay, so this is what I got for Aries. You start with the Hangman. I feel like Aries, whatever is going on, this is about you getting some energy and like healing. And I just did the horoscope where I was talking about the moon and Chiron being in Aries at 15 degrees, which means it's going to affect every Aries just about. So, you know, heal. This is a great time to heal, get your center, feel like you're in a good place. The Hierophant was the next card, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you could be an Aries with a Taurus overlay, like a Taurus rising. But look, whatever that is, usually Taurus has to do with relationship, commitment, about something serious, right? It sometimes can be about education or you going into a training, giving a training, being a leader, being a teacher, something of that nature. So that could be it. There's a Ten of Swords here. So I do feel like some Aries might feel like they got to walk away from something that stabbed them in the back. You feel stabbed in the back. You feel like something didn't work out, and it may feel like you got stabbed, right? Somebody let you down. You got a King of Wands here, so it could have been a Leo and a Sag. It could have been another Aries, because that's you, basically. That's you feeling that you got stabbed in the back. Oh, God. Here's the King of Cups right after that. Yeah, I think it's about relationship. I just got this vibe like someone made this promise, like someone came to you and just fed you what you wanted to hear, and you believed them, and now you're fighting. Five of Wands. Yeah, they fed you a bunch of crock, and you believed it. It sounded good, right? It's what you wanted to hear. They gave you what you wanted. You got the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so it doesn't matter what they did. Whoever that was, whoever tend to sword you, it doesn't matter. With the Ace of Swords on the bottom, you are going to be victorious. And there's the Magician on the bottom of the deck. You win, okay? Nobody's stopping you. You got all the tools you need to win. But when I saw that Ace of Swords, I knew that you were going to come back and be victorious over this Aries. You just have to get through whatever pain or arguments or fighting you might have to go through, especially if it's with a significant other or someone who made some type of romantic promise or some job offer or something like that to you, and then they reneged on it, or they didn't come through like they said they was going to come through, and you just might have to deal with that the best way you can deal with that, okay? Good luck to you, Aries. Good luck to you. So we're going to be moving on to the sign of Taurus, because I still got enough energy to do Taurus, so I figure I might as well do Taurus. Let's do Taurus. And then after that, I will take a break, and then I'll do the other 6 signs on my other recording, okay? But let's see what we're going to do for Taurus. Ooh, a bunch of cards came out, and I am greedy enough to take them. Let me see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's exactly how many I needed. So this is what I got for you, Taurus. It's exactly what I wanted. 7 cards. You got the 8 of Swords. So Taurus, what I'm sensing is that you cannot see and you feel that you're stuck. Some Tauruses tend to feel stuck anyway because, they're known as being stuck in the muds. But you're not stuck, Taurus. You think you're stuck. You think you can't move. You think you have no options, no choices, but you do. There's a Queen of Cups here. And I think maybe when you use your emotions, when you tap into your emotions, that's when you'll be able to get unstuck because you'll be using maybe your intuition or your emotional nature. And there's the Ace of Pentacles right after that. And that's your ace. I love it. It's about money, Taurus. Use your intuition to get to that money. And there's the world. There's more money. It wants to come to you, Taurus. This is material wealth and possessions wanting to come to you now. And maybe when you travel, when you put more words and things out there. Here's the King of Swords. Words, intelligence. Maybe you're creating something of intelligence. And when you do that, say a course online or something like that, it leads to your financial wealth. But I feel like right now, Taurus, you feel stuck and you got this 4 cups here thinking you only got 4 cups. Like you feel like you are stuck. Between the 8 of Swords and this 4 cups, you're sitting around, moping around, thinking that you're stuck. Thinking that you can't do anything, that you can't have more, that you can't be more. But I'm telling you, it's a lie. The devil is a lie. Why? Because you ended on the Chariot. And that tells me you are going to be victorious. You got complete victory coming your way. You are going to win. And on the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Pentacles. Didn't I tell you there was money coming? Didn't I tell you? You got this money coming. Ain't nobody going to take this money from you. You hear me? Taurus, it's yours for the taking. You just have to reach up your hand and take it. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say that I never told you. Because I just did. Okay. I told you, Taurus. Don't say I never told you. The world and the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot and all kind of like what? Better forget about that Ace of Swords and 5 of Cups. Ain't nobody paying attention to those 4 cups. No, you got the world at your feet, Taurus. I believe in you. Now you have to believe in you. Okay? Much love to you, Taurus. And much love to anybody who's been listening to me, especially this whole little show I did tonight. I'm going to do the other 6 signs probably after I eat dinner. Okay? Maybe that. It's 6 o'clock here. But much love to you guys. Many blessings. It's been my pleasure. Much love to you. And I'll be back soon. Okay. Bye. Let me put the music up a little bit. Okay. Hey guys. I'll be back soon.